Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. And don't forget to check out pwmania.com. I have a number of articles up there. Big interview with Bobby Fish is coming out soon on PW Mania. I conducted it last week. I just did a column on Cyrus the Destroyer, who is going to be a participant in the All Japan Pro Wrestling Champion Carnival 2023 this year. So check out pwmania.com. So let's get into it. Shooting Up North. I'm Lewis Carlin. Pro Wrestling Noah. Great Voyage 2023. We have a new GHC Heavyweight Champion, and it's Jake Lee. Jake Lee is the new GHC Heavyweight Champion, defeating Kaito Kiyomiya in an absolutely fantastic main event for Great Voyage 2023. But Jake Lee overcoming or dethroning, I should say, I was going to say overcame the challenge, but he didn't overcome the challenge. He dethroned Kaito Kiyomiya and won the GHC Heavyweight Championship. Now, Jake Lee is the leader of the Good Looking Guys faction, GLG. Two new members were introduced. Yohei and Tadasuke are the new members of GLG, Good Looking Guys. So Jake Lee, the head of that faction, now the GHC Heavyweight Champion. And things aren't going to be easy. Things are going to be difficult for Jake Lee right off the bat, because almost immediately Katsuhiko Nakajima, two-time former GHC heavyweight champion, Congo faction member, came into the ring and immediately challenged him for the GHC heavyweight championship. Immediately challenged him to a match, and Pro Wrestling Noah made that match almost immediately. Going to happen at Green. Is it Green Voyage? It's going to. Let me see the name of the. It is going to happen. Sorry, I just want to get the name right. It's going to happen at. Wait 1 second. I'm sorry, folks. Green Journey, not Green Voyage. Green Journey 2023, April 16th. Jake Lee defending the GHC Heavyweight Championship against Katsuhiko Nakajima, and that's going to be an absolutely fantastic match. Nakajima, probably my favorite wrestler in Pro Wrestling Noah right now, and Nakajima getting a shot at Jake Lee. I don't expect Nakajima to win, but it's going to be a terrific match. Great first challenger for Jake Lee for the GHC Heavyweight Championship. Kaito Kiyomiya, he held on, he did his best. I kind of had a feeling when they introduced the two new members of GLG, I kind of had a feeling that Jake Lee was going to win, because the way he came out, he was the leader of the new faction. He looked majestic. He looked like a top guy when he came out, and I had a feeling that Jake Lee was going to defeat Kiyomiya. And my feeling was correct. Jake Lee, the new GHC heavyweight champion. Now he's also held the All Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown Championships. And now all he needs now is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and he'll have held all three major titles. I think there are five wrestlers right now. The latest, Yuji Nagata, who has held all three major titles. Jake Lee, one title away. All he has to do is win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and he will have held all three major titles. But the show was great. Great Voyage 2023 was terrific. I love that. I had another gut feeling that All Japan Pro Wrestling superstar Kento Miyahara was going to show up, because he has a little beef with one half of the GHC Tag Team Champions, Masakita Miya. They had a verbal confrontation at Keiji Muto's final event a few weeks back in February. They had a little verbal confrontation, and Kento Miyahara called out Masa Kitamiya, but Daki Inamura showed up instead at All Japan Pro Wrestling Show and challenged Miyahara to a match. They had that match last week. Miyahara was victorious, and he called out after he was victorious. He called out Masakita Miya. Masakita Miya was kind of ignoring him, and a big match was actually made. A 6-man match was made at All Japan Pro Wrestling Dream Power Series on March 21st, 2 days away. It was going to be 3 members of All Japan Pro Wrestling versus 3 members of Pro Wrestling Noah. I just want to get their names here. Make sure I get their names. If I do have the names, if I don't, that's okay. Give me 1 second. So yeah, so 3 members of All Japan Pro Wrestling. Kento Miyahara was one of the people that was one of the wrestlers that was on the All Japan Pro Wrestling team. I just got to get the other names. I'm on my phone. I'm scrambling around. Well, anyway, but two other names. 2 other names were yeah, let me pull it up here. Just can't off the top of my head. I just can't remember the 2 other members of the All Japan Pro Wrestling team. And I just want to get it here. So, oh yeah, so Yuma Anzai and Ryo Inoue. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably pronounced it wrong, and I apologize. But those are the 2 other members of the All Japan Pro Wrestling team. And there were 3 mystery wrestlers, 3 mystery wrestlers for Pro Wrestling Noah. We didn't know who they were until today. Until today, Kento Miyahara actually showed up, as I said, at the Great Voyage 2023, confronted Masakita Miya, challenged him to be one of the wrestlers to represent Noah in that big All Japan Pro Wrestling versus Noah match at Dream Power Series on March 21st. Masakita Miya, he accepted, and then we also found out that Kinya Okada and Yoshiki Inamura are going to be Kitamiya's partners. So we have our All Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah match at that's the second Noah versus All Japan Pro Wrestling match that's going to take place at Dream Power Series on March 21st. But it was great to see Kento Miyahara showing up in a Pro Wrestling Noah ring. He is an absolute superstar. Man, if All Japan Pro Wrestling loses, if they lost Kento Miyahara, they'd be in some serious trouble. Jake Lee, formerly with All Japan Pro Wrestling, joining Pro Wrestling Noah. That was a big blow to All Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm surprised Kento Miyahara isn't like going after Jake Lee. It's like, you don't want to be, you think Pro Wrestling Noah is better. I'm going to show you. But anyway, nonetheless, it's going to be a great match between All Japan Pro Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Noah. The 6-man tag team match is going to be terrific. And also Keno and Manabu Soya, they'll be challenging Yuma Iyagi and Naoya Nomura at Dream Power Series on March 21st as well for the All Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. So the show is great. Great Voyage. The Great Voyage 2023 was a tremendous show. We had just mentioned Masakita Miya. He actually, him and Daiki Inaba defended the GHC Tag Team Championships against Keno and Manabu Soya. And Keno and Manabu Soya said if they won the match, they were going to go into the All Japan Pro Wrestling match, and it was going to be a title unification match, All Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Team titles versus GHC Tag Team titles. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen because Kitamiya and Inaba defeated Keno and Manabu Soya to retain their titles. So they remain champions. And it was great show. Jack Morris and Anthony Green defeated Naomichi Marufuchi and GHC National Champion El Hijo de Dr. Wagner. Morris pinned Wagner Jr. with a Tiger Driver. Wagner Jr. is a GHC national champion, and so Jack Morris most likely will be getting a shot at Wagner Jr. And Also, we had Lancelot pinned Amakusa in a tag team match. So Extreme Tiger and Lancelot defeated Amakusa and Ninja Mac. Lancelot pinned Amakusa following a sit-out power knee drop. So Lancelot should be getting a shot at Amakusa and the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship as well. So lots of great stuff. Great. Katsuhiko Nakajima defeated Kinya Okada, which was it started out really good. Okada got off to a strong start, but Nakajima just ran right over him afterwards. And Nakajima challenging Jake Lee is going to be absolutely fantastic on April 16th. So it was a terrific show. Yatsu Yasutaka Yano. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought there because I'm thinking of Yatsutaka Yano. I know he defeated Daishi Ozawa in the first match. I was trying to remember how he won, but he won with a sunset flip. He pinned Ozawa in the first match. And then we had Atushi Kotage and Yohei. I'm sorry, Atushi Kotage, Yohei, Seiki Yoshioka, and Alejandro defeated Sushi Kondo, Hajime Ohara, Tadasuke, and High 69 via pinfall. This is the match where Yohei and Tadasuke came together. Yohei came in the match afterwards. After the match was over, Yohei came in and he took out Sushi Kondo, Ohara, and High 69. Then he shook hands with Tadasuke and they both left together. Then we found out later on in the show that they are the new members of GLG. There's a new wrestler who made his debut, Saxon Huxley, teamed with Hideki Suzuki, and they defeated Mohamed Yane and Yoshiki Inamura via pinfall. Huxley was pretty impressive in his debut. He pinned Yane after hitting a choke bomb. So he was. I like to see more of Saxon Huxley. He definitely has really good potential. So the whole show, was terrific. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to Green Journey 2023. I'm sure a number of matches will be announced for that as well. And All Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. It's really heating up. I'm really excited about it. Lots of great. You got Pro Wrestling Noah stars showing up at All Japan Pro Wrestling events. Now Kento Miyahara showing up at a Pro Wrestling Noah event. They have Keno, who's kind of getting into it. He's got the big tag team match coming up on the 21st with Soya for the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team titles, but he's also getting into it with Sawama as well, All Japan Pro Wrestling director Sawama. So he actually reserved a seat for Sawama at this event at Great Voyage 2023 in Yokohama. Sawama didn't show up, so I'm kind of thinking we're gonna probably get a singles match between Keno and Sawama. Sawama are terrific talents. And I'd love to see Sawama and Keno going at it one-on-one. So I'm pumped up about this All Japan Pro Wrestling Noah feud, and it's just getting started too. It's just getting started. Keep your eyes open for it, man. Keep your eyes open. It's starting to get hot and heavy, man. Starting to get hot and heavy. All Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Hopefully, we can have a whole All Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah card. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. But once again, big news today. Jake Lee is the new GHC Heavyweight Champion. I think he's going to hold the title for a while. Jake Lee, terrific talent. Definitely worthy of holding that belt. And we'll see how his reign goes. And, you never know. Nakajima might knock him off in his first defense. Very well could happen. And Nakajima, two times GHC Heavyweight Champion, going for his third reign on April 16th. I don't think it'll happen, but I think it's going to be a great match. I think Jake Lee is going to be the man for a bit, for at least for a couple months. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that for now. I'm watching the news for Pro Wrestling Noah, so anything breaks, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye, and stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.